Modern slavery. The recruitment, transportation, transfer, harbouring or receipt of persons by means of threat or use of force or other forms of coercion, abduction, fraud, deception, or abuse of power or a position of vulnerability, or the giving or receiving of payments or benefits to achieve the consent of a person having control over another person for the purpose of exploitation.
He said, "Look, I can stay and live in England," and I believed him. In reality, when I just came to England, they take my passport. I start working every day. We wake up 6 o'clock and they bring us back just 11. They treat us like we are animals.
I first found out about modern slavery back in around 2015, 2016, around the time the UK Modern Slavery Act was introduced, in the run-up to that in 2014, 2015. So, yeah, it just became registered with me first off as an issue that was affecting a lot of people working in supply chains, in the industries that I was working in, and I began to understand the magnitude of it, and it just really outraged me on a personal level that this still exists in the 21st century.
To deliver the mission of Ride for Freedom, the charity Gordon leads, he conceived his flagship 2021 cycling challenge, El Gordo, to shine a light on a documented human trafficking route and raise awareness of modern slavery. The 2,900-kilometre epic ride would also fundraise for Freewheel by Ride for Freedom, a remediation programme that empowers survivors of modern slavery to cycle. The first part of the route would attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the furthest distance ridden on an electric bike in a week. Gordon received support and guidance from many people, including 3 times Olympic gold medalist Ed Clancy, OBE. Ed mentored Gordon through the Guinness World Record Challenge on the need to practice fact, logic, and reason to get him through it.
The challenge is to cycle from Cadiz in southern Spain back to London between the 1st and the 18th of October. The first week is cycling from Cadiz to Malavia in northern Spain, which is the headquarters of Orbea. And then the second week is cycling up through France, the length of the Atlantic coast, and then cutting inland and then back to England to arrive on the 18th of October, which is International Anti-Slavery Day.
The big day has finally arrived. It's been a long time in the planning. It's about 7-8 months now, but yeah, I feel properly ready, properly trained, properly fueled, properly everything, to be quite honest with you.
Tips from Ed.
Tips from Ed, yeah, I've already got that on my mind. So fact, logic, reason. Control the inner chimp when you have those moments of doubt, moments of you know, feeling that you can't go on, etc., etc. You just got to go back to the fact, the logic, and the reason, because I know I can do it. I have done similar distances on a daily basis, and yeah, it's just got to focus on the purpose as well. Whatever suffering I'm going through is nothing compared to what other people are going through on a daily basis.
Right, okay, enjoy yourself.
Cheers, buddy. See you on the road. Start those stopwatches.
wasn't particularly hilly or anything, but it was just like riverbed, you know. Big stones. I was bricking it that I'd get a puncture at any minute.
See you later.
And speaking of punctures,
Disaster. 2 punctures or 3 punctures. I don't know, enough punctures to pee me off right off. Fixed it, it went again, fixed it, it went again. Here we are, had to walk 2 kilometers down the road. Hope my shoes are holding together. But yeah, here we are, so we go again. So I'm going to jump on the bike now and off we go, and we'll just crack on and see how far we can get today, and yeah, and keep going. Okay dude, I'll see you up the road, as they say.
Yes indeed, have a good one.
Done about 190 kilometers. Let's do another hour and a half now, till about 9 o'clock, and then we'll call it a day. Hopefully we'll get to over 220 kilometers by then, and that won't be bad for a day. For the first day, 220, take it, have it.
So what do we end up doing today? What's your...
202.
202, so we were a bit short.
Yeah, 202. The ambition was 240, so yeah.
But we can make it up in the next few days.
Oh yeah,
can't we?
come on, we're going to definitely make it up.
By no means over.
No, God no.
No.
No. Of all the things, it's yeah, it's just the frustration with the route planning, which is bugging me. But anyway, we'll try and sort that out over the next couple of days and just be a bit more efficient with it, because we've lost hours today. You know, I'm 2 hours behind essentially.
One day when I go to my bed, these 2 men, they hold the boy, maybe 16-year-old, but another man, he's just beat him by legs. And I can't see this anymore. I saw so much of this every day, this guy, and I just say to them, you disgusting people.
See, day 2. Yeah, just got to get a wiggle on today, because unfortunately there's not a great deal of off-road stuff, so that's going to be helpful to keep the average speed up. So yeah, let's go again. Yeah, halfway point on day 2. Incredibly flat first 3 hours on the Costa del Sol. Beautiful gorges and valleys and winding roads through the gorges. Been okay. Yeah.
Another 130 in you?
I know. Yeah. Gonna have to be. Bit tired, to be honest. Climb up a mountain, a 6-kilometer climb was absolutely gorgeous. One thing to note around here, the amount of greenhouses / industrial scale farming around here is absolutely staggering. And I don't know if it's specifically around this area, but I have heard reports of human trafficking that's gone on, and particularly modern slavery, people forced to work in these greenhouse type cloche affairs. So to see those from the top of the mountain, mile after mile after mile of them just covering the whole down to the coast, absolutely bewildering. The Wahoo's run out of battery at 10 hours. It stopped recording data, which means we've hit a wall. That said, we've tried to switch to Strava. It's an 8:30. Been cycling for 13 hours today on the bike today. Yeah, 242 kilometers. We can make this time up. We've got a couple of shorter days coming up towards the end of the days 4, 5, 6 and 7 are a bit shorter, so I think we can make the time up. So cool, all good. Cycling for me gives me a sense of freedom. It's also about adventure.
It's about purpose. It is quite literally a vehicle for me to convey my mission, and it's also about enjoyment.
How are you feeling after 2 days of this madness?
Hey man, I'm feeling good. Physically good. Yeah, I'm in a good place. Yeah, legs feel fine. Yeah, everything feels okay from a physical perspective. Mentally feeling a bit mixed, to be honest. I mean, pleased with what we've done, but a bit apprehensive about today's distance and the amount of climbing involved. It's 3,000 meters of climbing, so it's going to be quite a tough day today. But I'm looking forward to it. Going through a beautiful area called the Cadiz de Gabo National Park, which is supposed to be absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning morning. I loved every minute of it. Here's to this afternoon, the next session, and there's a triathlon going on the same roads that we're on. So it's quite exciting to have people flying by me in their triathlon bikes. Yeah, it does feel good to be on track. It feels amazing. Yeah, for once. Yeah, but hey, those are the memorable bits. I've doubted it whether it's doable, simply because of the amount of time that's been lost, and the fact if we lose time again today, how can you possibly make time up? So 280 kilometers today. 280. What a day! What a day! Well, 80k is more than the first day, and 40 more than yesterday. So that's what every day should be like. So this is all about making memories and raising awareness of human trafficking routes and modern day slavery. 22 kilometers clawed back, which is awesome. Yeah, I could keep going. The legs could keep me going, but I need to get some sleep. I think the adrenaline is just flying around my body so much. I could probably just keep doing this until midnight, to be honest, but that would not be a good idea for tomorrow.
And when I have bad teeth, I have this face, and I said, I have pain. Well, they said, never mind, you have pain. And another man have said, and you have pain? And they take this hammer, yeah, and just remove all this teeth with hammer. And it's all bleeding for me. And I say, no, I don't want it. And I go to the toilet and take out this teeth by myself.
Boy, oh boy, day 4. That was so boring. That was like, well, I decided to take a different route. So this isn't the original planned route, which was a bit more scenic going through the mountains, but I called it to change it because 20% was off-road. So I'm a bit concerned that it's gravel, etc, and the bike's tyres won't take it, having had 3 punctures on the first day. So anyway, I decided to do the straight road, but the consequence of that is it's long, flat and boring. By the end of it, it should have caught up the time that we've lost, which will be amazing. So we'll be totally back on schedule for the record, which is brilliant. Yeah, I've just heard that BBC Radio London want to do an interview tomorrow, which is awesome. So hopefully we'll be somewhere near the top of a mountain or halfway up it by that time tomorrow. So yeah, that'd be great. Looking forward to that. 8:20. Wow, what a day. That was 260. 260. Oh, I am discomforted.
The objective of the challenge is to raise awareness of the issue and to bring like-minded parties together to collaborate to eradicate it.
Oh, let's talk about pressure points. Oh my God. Seriously getting arse. Backside is so sore, it's almost getting to the point where it's like wincing. Constantly shifting around on the seat, trying to get in any kind of position to relieve the pressure. It's getting quite intense, and problem is that when you push down on the pedals to give you a bit of relief on your backside, then your feet start to ache, and if you're taking the pressure off when you're going downhill by leaning on your bars and lifting your bum off the saddle, you end up getting your shoulders aching and your hands and everything, and the palms of your hands. There's another pressure point. So getting to that stage now where I'm getting a bit fed up with the pain of it, or discomfort. Not pain, it's discomfort. But the word that keeps popping into my head is suffering, and I'm putting some context into that I'm not really suffering. It's uncomfortable, it's temporary, it's something that I can manage, something that I can control. Suffering is something that a lot of human trafficking victims, victims of modern day slavery, suffer, where they have no agency at all. And that is what suffering is, I think. It's what I'm putting up with. I'm having a moan, I'm having a little moment, but it's just discomfort really, and a bit of food in my belly. I'm sure I'll be feeling a lot better.
My name's Amina. I'm calling from Radio London. Can you hear me well?
Hi, I can. It's Gordon here.
Good, perfect, great. So I'll be just putting you on hold, and then shortly you'll be through to our presenter, Salma.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe you need a little pick-me-up, and if that is the case, I've got one for you right now with a little bit of Whitney Houston.
If anyone had said to me 6 months ago you'd be sitting in a van in the middle of nowhere in Spain listening to Whitney Houston being filmed.
Now, Gordon, you're cycling and you're raising awareness about modern slavery, which, like I said earlier, we talk about it as if it's the past tense, but it's not, because people are trafficked from Africa across the Straits of Gibraltar, from Africa into Spain. They're taken across in dinghies. Women are forced into prostitution. Men are often forced into manual labour jobs. There's illegal activities that go on. And if those people, try to break free, they are threatened with their lives, or the risk of losing their families' lives. It is a really dire situation, isn't it?
It's chronic, it really is. And there's estimates of 40 million people worldwide who are trapped in some form of modern slavery, whether that's labour exploitation, whether that's domestic servitude, whether that's sexual exploitation. And really interestingly, recently there's been a report that 45,000 women and girls are trafficked into Spain, transited into Spain each year for sexual exploitation. They don't all end up in Spain. They're transported through, and literally I use the word transported carefully. They are transported like cattle through parts of Europe and into the UK, which is why I'm cycling all the way back. Once I finished in Spain, I'm cycling up through France and then back into the UK for so I get back on the 18th of October, which is Anti-Slavery Day. That's what's coordinated.
Gordon,
Exactly.
thank you so much for stopping. Listen, I never get to say this to any of our guests, but on your bike.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
so much,
Selma.
Gordon.
Feel better. Cheerio. Got an opportunity to say most of the things I wanted to say. This is about education, this is about raising awareness, this is about fundraising for Free Will by Ride for Freedom. So yeah, it was great. I enjoyed doing that.
It's been a bastard. Probably can't use that, can we? Sorry. It's been a really, really tough day today. Brutal headwind for at least 20-30 kilometres coming up, which was just quite tough. 12 kilometres an hour at one stage. That was the sort of average speed I was managing to maintain. So it slowed us down massively, but we're still on schedule. Yeah, first session, day 6. Wow, cold, boring, concerning. Cold because it's like about 18 degrees out there with a headwind, which is blown obviously in my face, making me extremely cold. Boring because I literally cycled for 50 kilometres along a flat road, and I kid you not, literally straight as an arrow, not a deviation in it. Look at my hands, fingers gone white, that cold. And concerning because the bike batteries are getting drained, and we've got no way of recharging them. So 60 kilometres in to 240 kilometres a day, 180 kilometres, and we've probably got about 100 kilometres worth of bike battery. So extremely concerning as to how we're going to not fall behind on the challenge. Fact, logic and reason. Thank you, Ed, but fact, logic and reason ain't playing any part in this, because facts tell me it ain't going to be doable within the daylight, the distance that I need to do. That's the truth of it. That's the logic and that's the reason. So all we can do is keep going and see where we get to. Wow, that's a different scenario altogether. Just a hell of a turnaround from feeling absolutely on my knees, dispirited, dejected at the last stop point after being freezing cold. Did one session, finally picked up a tailwind, or at least a cross and a tailwind. Was ripping down there at 40 kilometres an hour, completely unassisted off the battery. Man, that sort of thing just gives you such a boost, such a boost. So I'm feeling a bit more confident we can actually achieve today now. Sun's come out as well, which makes a huge difference, and it means the batteries can get charged, which again makes a massive difference. So back on schedule. Horrible road. Really horrible. Just blown off the bike nearly. How much is that? 1.5 meters? 1.5 space for you to cycle along, and trucks going flying past 80 kilometers an hour. Not much fun at all. It was just started. It's been an emotional roller coaster. It's just absolutely nuts of a day. Just, you know, my legs were squealing. I was on my knees. The bike was on its knees. But yeah, we've got 245 kilometers done before sunset, or just as sun was setting. So started in the dark, finished in the dark. What an absolute epic ride. I'm so bad at tracks now, I can barely speak. I'm just going to go put my head down with a pillow and fall asleep. And then we go again tomorrow. Day 7, the final day, the final knock-ins. We're on our way to meet up with Orbea and crack the record. If I get there in one piece, which I will, he said confidently, and then checked himself, we'll set the new Guinness World Record. It's a bit cold to start the day, hence the jacket, but yeah, very excited and feeling confident. So let's talk about bikes. Yes, I'm riding an Orbea Gain e-bike. It has been brilliant this week. It has gone through such terrain, it's been amazing. We've done too much off-road, not so much the last 3 days because we've positively avoided it, but anyway, it stood up to the test the first 3 days. The main battery's been fine, the brakes have been great, the handling's really, really good, even on those off-road bits. So yeah, really, really pleased with it.
Headwinds picking up, mate, but I hear you love headwinds.
Yeah, really. I've got used to them. We've become closely associated over the last few days.
1 p.m, day 7. 100 kilometers to go, all on track to break the record. Then, out of nowhere, disaster.
To look up at the this amazing figure up here, and just missed the curb and couldn't quite correct in time. So it was just a silly little pratfall.
You okay?
No damage, tiny little well, damaged my arm warmer, scraped my shoe, still functioning. All proper war wounds, all part of it.
How's the bike?
Bike's probably scratched, but hey, it's all part of bit of that. Oh, the seat post.
Car coming.
Seat is damaged. Still riding.
Flat. You got a flat.
Fuck. Got a flat. Fuck. Okay, let's go to work. Nearly fell at the last. In fact, I did fall at the last, but not fatally or critically. Had a little pratfall. Yet another learning, never count your chickens. Never count your chickens. For a moment it was like, wow, really? But yeah, just a little reminder, keep your eyes on the road. Smashed it! Unbelievable!
Done it, mate.
Oh my god, I'm on my knees. I'm cycling on vapors. So I've now broken the record. I'm going to go on about another 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers to our destination, just to put some extra mileage in the bank. It's a personal challenge, which is great to achieve too, but the bigger picture is the modern-day slavery issue. And pleased to have been able to play a little part in raising awareness of that. And let's wiggle on before it gets dark.
Well done, mate. Well done. Did you done?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, tired.
I bet.
We did it. Set a new Guinness World Record unofficially, and the Guinness World Record is for the what is the Guinness World Record for? It's for the oh god, I forgot what it is, mate. Sorry. What is it? It's for the So yeah, let's go to the next phase. Next phase of the journey. 7 days through France, just about 1,000 kilometers. You know, obviously this is going to be not quite the same
intensity as the last week's been. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting back to England now, really, to be quite honest with you. So it's yeah, let's go bike packing.
So the hopes for the next phases of the project are to springboard it into raise further awareness of the issue and also support survivors to cycle through the charity Ride for Freedom.
I go past the Citizen Advice Bureau and I come inside. Please help me. I'm not in league. I'm not remember first 2 weeks in this house. I'm just crying and crying. You know, it's first time when you trust somebody, when you can come back to your home because you feel safety. You know, these people, they're gonna all my life live in my heart, all the time. It's such a huge love.
Here we are, day 18, 18th of October, which is International Anti-Slavery Day. We're in London, and yeah, we're just on Clapham Common. We're going to do a little circuit around central London. We're going to go to the Velodrome at Turn Hill. We're going to go across to Barking Town Hall. We're going to drop by London Stadium, the Velodrome at Stratford, and then we're going to rock into the House of Parliament just opposite them and have a little gathering there. And that's it, then we're done. We made it. Final leg. We're in London, in Westminster, in the Buxton Memorial Gardens. In fact, Victoria Tower Gardens at the Buxton Memorial, which was set up built in something like the 1680s to commemorate the abolition of slavery. So very apt that we should be talking about ending modern slavery and finishing up the 2,900 kilometre 18-day ride from Spain to London here on Anti-Slavery Day, the 18th of October. It's been absolutely epic, awesome ride. It's been an incredible journey. First week was incredible, being supported, going through Spain. It was so intense. It was challenging, it was demanding, it was brilliant fun. It was just an absolutely all-encompassing experience. Quite proud to have achieved it. A little bit tired. Yeah, just quite euphoric really. It's been an amazing experience. Really well supported by lots of corporate entities, by lots of other charities, supported by the social media campaign, the press coverage has been incredible. So I think it's ticked every objective that I wanted to when I set out. So yes.